Are you constantly downloading plugins every time you need to fix an issue on your WordPress website? Today, I will show you the 8 free plugins I install on every website for maximum SEO performance and ease of use. I'm an SEO specialist who's worked on hundreds of websites, and these are my absolute top picks that will give you professional results without spending a cent. Here we have a brand new website that we just developed for a client of ours, and we're installing all of these plugins as we go to show that I'm not only just saying this, but we use these plugins all the time as well. The first free plugin is called Elementor, and it is a page builder for WordPress websites. The first thing you'll need to do is create a website, and I highly recommend using Elementor for this. It integrates seamlessly with many WordPress themes, and it's probably the easiest out there on the market to use for the everyday person. In my opinion, it has the most functionality. Outside of Elementor, you can opt to use a page builder called Thrive or Divi, and these will get the job done as well. This builder is just a simple drag and drop editor, so you can just add columns or containers, and essentially you just choose that, and then from the menu here you can drop in whatever you want, and it's quite easy. You can drop in images, you can drop in headings. It's just drag and drop, and it's pretty simple. If you're currently in the process of getting a website developed for your business, I would strongly recommend that you stay away from a builder called Advanced Custom Fields or anything similar to this. It is a code builder, so it has to be coded from the start from a developer, and it makes it super difficult to change any sort of little style elements or containers or positioning on the front website. And I'm not saying every developer does this, but I have seen many cases where developers will build a site like this so that you are forever tied to them. So every time you need to get something changed on your site, you've got like a maintenance fee, and that's how they make ongoing money from you. Now, the second free plugin is called Yoast, and this is an SEO plugin that you can install on your site. There's basically two main competitors on the market that I would recommend. One being Yoast and the second called Rank Math. If you asked me 2 years ago what my favorite was, I would say Rank Math by far, just due to the functionality and features that it offers. I still believe this today, although I rarely use it anymore. I prefer to just use Yoast for its simplicity. Rank Math allows you to add things like schema markup and site maps and all these other technical sort of SEO things that if you know what you're doing, you'll be manually adding to your site as part of an SEO campaign anyway. So basically what I do, I just use this plugin Yoast as a tool to add metadata to the pages that I'm working on. And basically you can just see that when you're working on a page, down the bottom, you scroll down here and you can edit the meta title, the slug, and the meta description. And that's essentially all I use it for. If you're using Rank Math, there's one thing that I would look out for. It's very easy to look over on the right here and want to get the highest score possible because it ranks you based on metrics of things that you've sort of done to the page. And it's easy to fall into the trap of just trying to tick every one of these boxes. Things like this, keyword density, which is high, no outbound links, 0 outbound links to content. So there's just like recommendations which aren't generally bad, but they can lead you astray if you obsess over that and don't just follow basic SEO fundamentals. Now, the third free WordPress plugin is called Duplicate Page. And I recommend downloading this on every site that you work on. It's this one here. It's very good at saving you time when you're adding pages and blog articles to your website. So when you've installed, you'll come over here, and when you hover over your page, you will now have a thing called duplicate this. And then if you press on duplicate, it is essentially just going to make an exact copy of a page you already have. If we look at this on the front end, this is really good because then you can copy this exact framework and style and setting of your page. And then all you would have to do if you were to create a new page is just change the content and the images. And this would essentially save you lots of time developing a new page. Every website should have a security plugin just to protect yourself from hackers, just save yourself from ever having your site go down or any sort of issues like that. And one I recommend is called Wordfence Security. This one's free and super easy to use, and I've never had any issues with this at all. Once you've activated that, you'll have to get your Wordfence license, and you can get this by signing up for free on their website and just installing it right here. Okay, the next free plugin is called All-in-One Migration, I believe. This loads. Yep, this one right here, all-in-one WordPress migration and backup. So we'll just install and activate it. Basically, what this allows you to do, if you don't have a hosting that has a level where it does daily backups, it's really important to just take frequent backups of your site, especially when you are updating plugins or the theme. It has been known that if you update these, it can sometimes crash your site. So what you want to do is just go down here on the left and click on backups. And just every time you do a major update for a theme or for a plugin, just come in here and create a backup so that if anything happens, you have it here, you have it saved, and then you can revert it back and have your site back online again. This is now backed up, and you can download this as a file if you'd like, or you can just leave it in here to use at a later date. And if you click on the three dots here, click on restore, and that's how you can restore the backup of your site if anything were to happen. Number 6 is a speed optimization plugin. Every website should have one of these, as the more you use it and the more you sort of add images and pages and text to a website, it tends to slow it down. So you always want to have a plugin, and I'll just show you the difference it can make when you install a plugin. And this one is called AirLift. So firstly, what I want to do is just grab the URL and take it over to a page called Page Speed Insights. I've already done that. And SEO score and best practices is super high, which is expected because we just developed the page, but performance and accessibility are a little bit lacking. So you can see here that it's taking a while to load the site. So what you want to do is you want to download, you can't do it from the plugin library on WordPress. You just have to go through here, create an account, and then you will download a zip folder. Once you've done that, you want to come back to the plugin section on your website, click on add plugin, but this time we want to upload a plugin, and this is where you will just drop it in here. So I'll just search for it, AirLift, open that one, and install. Activate plugin. Once you've done that, it'll take you through to this page on their website, and it'll spend about 10-15 minutes optimizing your website. I'll show you the difference it makes to the page performance once it's done. Okay, the site is now fully optimized in AirLift. As you can see, there's no issues here, 100% score. And just to check, we'll take this URL again and we'll test it in PageSpeed Insights to see if it's made a difference. The previous score, I believe, was 56 or 58. So we'll see if it can improve on that. The test is just finished and we now have a 100 performance score. I wasn't quite expecting it to be that good, but there you go. It shows how well this plugin works, and it's 100% free. So I highly recommend this one. The 7th free plugin is called WP Code. I've just installed and activated that one now. Once that's installed, you'll find it over here, and it's called Code Snippets. The reason for this plugin is if you've ever set up Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics, you'll know that installing code can be quite difficult for the tracking. So basically all you need to do here is click header and footer, and you can add the Google Tag Manager or Google Analytics code straight into your website, just like that. You paste it here and here. I won't be using that on this site because I'm actually using a premium version of Elementor, and it allows me to do it the exact same way through here, and essentially just saves me having an extra plugin. But if you don't want to pay for the premium version of Elementor, or your client doesn't want to pay, there is no issue using the code snippets. It works the exact same way. The only reason I use Elementor is because I also like to use Elementor forms, and then this way I can have a page builder, forms, and code snippets essentially all in one plugin. Now, the last free WordPress plugin is called Akismet Anti-Spam protection. And essentially what this does is it just filters out all of the spam form inquiries on your website. As I'm sure most of you would have experienced before, you've got that many people from overseas offering you SEO services for $4 an hour, and it's just something ridiculous like that. So this does a really good job of just filtering out all of the rubbish and just cleaning up your contact forms and making sure that your inbox isn't overflooded. Once you've installed that, you will get directed to their website where you can pick a plan. And if it's just for one website, personal plan here is free and it does the job. So install that one, Here they'll ask you how much you want to pay per year. You can choose if you feel generous, but they also allow you to not pay at all and it can be free. You just have to tick these boxes. I don't have ads, I don't sell products, and I don't promote a business on my site. Cool, click through to that. You'll just have to check out, and that's essentially it. There you have it. Those were my top 8 free WordPress plugins that I recommend anyone install on any website when looking for SEO and ease of use success. If you found this useful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any SEO or digital marketing tips. Cheers.